Just want to have a conversation today. I want to talk about just growing up and not understanding as a child things that you done that had a consequence. You committed an action, your parents give you a reaction to what you have done. I remember when I was young, my father, he would beat the brakes off you. Let's just call it like I said. He did no such thing back when I was growing up called a spanking. I never heard that terminology until I got way in the 80s and 90s, spanking. There were no spankings when I was growing up. They was flat out whooping. And I used to never understand why he would whoop us like he would. I mean, this man whooped till he almost gets tired. And I mean, he would give it to you. After all of this going on, your parents would say, hey, you need to stop crying. How, as a kid, you going to stop crying when you just got the worst beating of your life? How? But in that process, it was me thinking, okay, then my mother would cut in and say, hey, the reason why we do this is because we love you. If we didn't love you, we would not whoop you like we do. And my reaction to her would be like, well, don't whoop me like that no more, because just don't love me no more. And I was young. It was stupid of me anyway. So I don't love like that. Love hurts like that, I don't want it. But as you keep going through life and getting older, you keep doing some of the same things until you get older. Then when you get a little bit to that age point, you sit back, and this is when you sit back and have a reflection of everything that has taken place in your life growing up. It's when you actually say to yourself, now I understand what my parents were saying to me when they was giving me all this book. Now I get the bigger picture. Things they were doing for you to keep you out of trouble, keep you from going to prison, and keep you up to being a person in society that is worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't get that then. I understood it more as I got older, and just looking back over the whole big picture is why they done what they done for us to make us better people in society. And I've seen, when I've grown up, some single mothers who raise 2 or 3 boys by themselves, and they are great men to this day. So I get people say it takes a village to raise a family. And it's true. There was a village around us. Everybody cared for everybody when I was growing up. There were nobody I can say that will not spank you, send you home to your parents. Your parents get mad at that person for spanking. It wasn't like that when I was growing up. But all the things that the people put into you was for a reason. Plus, they have seen some things that you and I may have never seen before. And they're giving us that knowledge and wisdom by saying, hey, this stuff that I've done, you are doing, so I've seen this before, so I'm going to curb this action right now before it becomes something much bigger. Sometimes we as children, when we was children, we didn't listen to our parents. We heard them, but we didn't listen to them. You know, it's good to take the information back then as a young child or young adult and just, okay, I'm going to hold this in the backside of my brain here. Then when you get older, it comes to the front side of your brain, be like, oh, now I get it. Now I see why my father had these certain rules in the house where he says, if you steal, I'll kill you, you know. If you lie, I kill you. To me, I'm like, this dude is crazy. But I understand what he was saying. Those things were not allowed in our household. If you stole, you got it. You lied, you never gonna get it if you lied. So, like I said, then I did not understand it until I became an adult. I got the bigger picture. I seen where they was trying to show me my future at a young age. So they put my future there as a young age, say, hey, this is like the future right here. You know, you can take this information we're giving you and just hold on to it. When you get older and become an adult or a parent, you will understand why we did what we did. And I'm kind of glad now that I understand it now more than ever that they done what they done. Have I been a great person? No. Have I still made mistakes? Yes, I have. But you cannot keep making the same mistake over and over again when you know better and you've been told better not to do that, and you continue to do it anyway. So at this point, the information your parents are giving you, that's on you now. You have nobody to turn to and say, hey, I'm going to blame it on you. You can't blame it on anybody but yourself. You was given the information up front with the beatings they put on you to not do that don't make sense in society, you know. So sometimes I want people to actually, you know, you sit and you look at your kids and you talk to them and you tell them, this is the reason why I am so hard on you. You have to teach them at an early age. So continue to teach them at an early age. This will continue to go with them throughout life. So you sit them down and you have that talk and you tell them, this is why I'm doing this. It's not about no social media clicks. We didn't have none of that stuff back then. You might have got clicked with a belt on your back But it won't no social media clicks and nothing like that. The thing that we have to understand that we have to put in our children's mind at early age, hey, this is why I'm doing this to you right now. Because if I don't, you can look just like those individuals in that prison right now. You have to give them that tough love. You have to do it. And I know it's tough. I'm not saying spank your child. By all means, I'm not saying that. Like I said, we got whoopings. There were such things as spanking. To this day, right now, to this day, and I can actually say this, I hate dogwood trees to this day. I would, if I could, as a state, that's something that belongs to the state. I can't just do that. But I hate dogwood trees. My father was always hopeless with a dogwood tree. Always, never failed. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of jumping off subject, but I remember when my mother was going to whoop me one day because my father wasn't home. I did something stupid. So my mom, they always told us to go get your own thing to get yourself whooped with, switch, you know what I'm saying? So I would go out to a cherry tree because I know a cherry tree will break. Man, I got on that cherry tree and she tied it together. So I hoping that thing and it broke. And I just started, you need to stop lying. You need to stop lying. Because the tree always broke. The thing, I didn't know it had already broken. It had already broken, and I'm just crying. She said, you just stop lying. You just wait till your daddy get home. You think that crying then stop then? Because I knew when she told him, go out and get that tree. And he put the work in. My father put the work in like he had a lunch, ate his lunch, to finish lunch, back on the job. That's how he got down. But I have more respect for my parents than ever. I've never was a child that was rude to my parents. I never said anything outside the box to my parents. Never, ever in my life raised my voice to my parents because my parents were the old school parents where they were trying to hit you right in your mouth. My father had no issue with that. My mom would you right in the middle of the church. If you're in that church, you sleep. You better pray you're not beside because you're going to get the backhand of hell in your mouth. I promise you that. These are facts. This ain't nothing I'm making up. That's people within my age bracket. These things I'm telling you are fact. You better not talk when grown folk was talking. That's how life was. You were respectful to grown people. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And now I've noticed the trend that the younger generation now, they have no respect for anybody. I still open doors for older people. I still open a car door for an older person. If I see somebody if I see a group of women that's coming into a building, I open the door for the women, allow them to go in. That's how I was taught. Let the women go in first. That's out of respect. My father taught me that. He might not have been the greatest man in the world. He was a knucklehead, but he was a gentleman when he needed to be a gentleman. Was he a perfect gentleman? No. Was he, mediocre gentleman? I say mediocre. Kind of giving that credit, but he was a great man. And I'm forever grateful. I'm forever humble. I'm forever that grateful that I had to go through the experience in life. You take all those beatings I got and to learn a lesson. And to this day, I still have one of those. I have a belt mark still on my stomach with a belt. And to this day, I think that happened when I was probably 15 years old. But it's that I want people to learn. We have to start at now, teaching our kids the things in life that they need to know about. You can't sugarcoat it. You have to really go and give them the right information. Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to them straight. Some may hate you for saying it to them. That's okay. I promise you, when they look back in life and rewind it, they're going to thank you later. Guys, I just want to put the information out there. I just wanted to talk today. Thank y'all for your time. I appreciate you. Take care.